देखिए तो जा रहा है, ये हटेगा किसी से सोचिए कहाँ पूरा खोले हो। लोग करते हैं हाँ गए दिखा रहे आवाज आ रहा है एक ऐसे दिखा दिया बीच में। अच्छा पीछे से दिखा रहा है हैशटैग वगैरह दिखा रहा है म्यूट पर आवाज आ रहा है। सब जगह आज आएगा टाइम सनस्क्रीन वाला उसका कभी करेंगे कौन क्रीम लगाए वाइट डब्बा वाला जल्दी जल्दी जुड़ जाइए दोस्तों। लिंक को कॉपी करो अब जितना टेलीग्राम है ऐसा है और बच्चे बोलते हैं व्हाट्सएप शेयर सबसे ज़्यादा अल्लाह का कमर से दिल्ली में अलर्ट को मार के माना छड्डी
Mano.
Entering item 801. But I'm only saying it may not be deleted, your lordship.
Swift mail.
Yes.
Your lordship, please mention item number 13 with the consent of the respondent. I'm seeking a week's accommodation. 13, who is the other side?
I am for the other side millets. It was parted during last case millets.
He is seeking a week's adjournment. Do you have any objection, sir?
Millets, it may kindly be posted as a last chance millets. It is coming up for the rejoinder millets.
You want to file a rejoinder? Query for the petitioner sees and is granted one last opportunity to file his rejoinder. We will agree. Please start, please.
Item 5.
Deep published.
Item?
Item 5. Final considered verdict. They have given no objection. The opposing party is here. Pending for a long time. They have given no objection. The opposing party is here. Pending for a long time. Nazun's freehold matter from state of BP, madam. It has been pending for a long time. My lords had given a fixed date on the last week. What do you want? After 3 weeks, madam, because it's London according and by London accordingly. There are several GOs, there are several documents which require to be found already. After 3 weeks are made in this whatever you want.
After 3 weeks, we go very close to the summer vacation.
So then after very short.
Very close to the summer vacation.
Well, it will take some time also, madam. It's a bunch of petitions around 26, madam. 26 petitions are 26. The third week of July, as he agreed.
We are informed that the attorney appearing for the respondents is in some personal difficulty. The journey is free. Considering the first time taken by the petitioners, we direct the listing of this bunch of matters in the week commencing 21st July.
Lordships, may I mention item 33, Lordships? Lordships, there is some urgency. In fact, Lordships, we are being dispossessed today. We have photographs also, Lordships, to show that the respondent number 1 has encroached upon our land. We had informed the other side also in the morning, Lordships, that we will be seeking that it may be taken up today, Lordships, any time. Lordships, item 33, pleadings are also complete.
Arising from what proceedings?
Lordships, it is our suit. Order 7 Rule 11, Lordships have been filed by them. We came to be allowed. But Lordships may just have the photographs for a moment.
You obstruct. You resist the attempt.
Lordships, we have been resisting attempts.
It's not arising out of state action.
It is not out of state action, but
When it's a
Lordships,
private action, you will have to.
just have a photograph for a moment.
Madam, it will be called on according to it.
Lordships, bench is only till 1 o'clock. If it may not reach, then the SLP may become infructuous. That is my...
What SLP will become infructuous? Anybody can throw you out by force.
Lordships, they are in fact doing that. We have photographs to show.
If they are doing that, you have to resist it.
Lordship may just give some fixed time for this matter.
Yes.
I'm obliged, Lordship.
Item 1.
Your Lordship, I'm appearing for the respondent in item number 1.
This is seeking transfer matters from Ahmedabad to Bharatpur and Rajasthan. There are 2 cases already pending in Bharatpur, 125 CRPC and 490.
Yes, madam, what you say? There are 2 cases pending in Bharatpur?
Yes, Your Lordship, there are 2 matters pending in Bharatpur.
Then allowed.
Your Lordship, I have a humble submission to make, if you may please allow.
Yes.
Your Lordship, the respondent is actually working for CRPF, and he has bound by his duty to be physically present. And Your Lordship,
Our order
so
provides for virtual hearing.
I'm sorry, Your Lordship.
Our order provides that you will
Yes.
get ability to apply for participation in the proceedings to the virtual.
Your Lordship, if you may please add that if he can be exempted on all the hearing and it can only be present on the
You can
important
make an
hearing.
application.
Good.
Make an application.
Should we stick with
Yes, please. Anything
Your
more?
Lordship, should the application be filed on the district courts or should we proceed an application in the Honorable Supreme?
Before the Calcutta Transferee Court. Right?
All right, much obliged, Your Lordship. We'll certainly-
GST वाला order के लिए.
Item 42. Lords, in item 42, I'm appearing for responding state Lord, Your Lordship, I appear for the petition. I'm requesting for 2 weeks time to find my counter evidence. It's an application for regular bail.
What is the stage of the trial?
Lords, I have to seek instructions on
Why should you seek instruction?
Lords, 1 week, Lord.
Counter affidavit was not filed even on the last day.
Takes care. Lords, a week's accommodation. Lords, any kind of confidence.
When was not to serve the order? 20th March.
17th March.
2 weeks. File it within 2 weeks. 2 weeks immediately there.
But could there be a specific date now since it's a bail application?
It will be.
Marriage. Hello. Item 43.
Please, election. In this case, importantly, Milord, the BPSC has taken a decision which, according to me, was on insufficient grounds. Now, may I, Milord, draw your Lordship's attention to 2 documents, that is P10 and P11, in volume 2. Unfortunately, Milord, the English translation is not really very good, so I'll read it out in Hindi, and if your Lordship requires, I will just translate not roughly what it means.
Page.
At page 624. Now this is Preshak Lakshkishore Lal, Variya Up Samartha, Patna Sah Variya Dandadhikari. That is the DM. सेवा में जिला पदाधिकारी पटना सेक्शन सर उपर्युक्त विषयक संदर्भ में सादर सूचित करना है कि दिनांक 13/12/24 को बापू परीक्षा केंद्र कुमरार में बिहार लोक सेवा आयोग पटना द्वारा आयोजित ये संयुक्त प्रतियोगिता के दौरान मुझे वरीय दंडाधिकारी के रूप में प्रतिनियुक्त किया गया था। परीक्षा की तिथि को सभी प्रतिनियुक्त दंडाधिकारी, पुलिस अधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल समय अपने कर्तव्य पर उपस्थित थे। सभी परीक्षार्थियों को भी शांति सच में प्रवेश कराया गया। परीक्षा केंद्र पर प्रश्नोत्तरी समय उपस्थित थे। सभी परीक्षार्थियों को भी शांति सच में प्रवेश कराया गया। परीक्षा केंद्र पर प्रश्नोत्तरी समय करीब 10:35 बजे पूर्व में जोनल अधिकारी द्वारा उपलब्ध कराया गया। विधिवत तरीके से प्रश्न पत्र का सील्ड बॉक्स खोलने के पश्चात प्रत्येक ब्लॉक ए एंड बी के विभिन्न कमरों में प्रश्न पत्र एवं RSCL सेट का सील्ड पैकेट उपलब्ध कराया जाने लगा। प्रश्न पत्र वितरण में 10-15 मिनट विलंब होने के पर कुछ परीक्षार्थी केंद्र अधीक्षक एवं दीक्षकों के समझाने के परीक्षार्थी केंद्र अधीक्षक एवं दीक्षकों के समझाने के बावजूद के विलंब के लिए अतिरिक्त समय दिया जाएगा, हंगामा होने लगा। परीक्षार्थियों को आपत्ति इस बिंदु पर भी थी कि उनके ही कमरे में सील बॉक्स को क्यों नहीं खोला गया। शोरगुल सुनकर अन्य कई कमरों में कुछ छात्र भी बाहर निकल गए एवं बुकलेट एवं उपस्थिति पत्रक छीनकर भागने लगे। उनके द्वारा ये अफवाह भी फैलाई जा रही थी कि परीक्षा रद्द हो गई है, जिसके कारण कुछ अन्य परीक्षार्थी भी बाहर आ गए तथा बुकलेट एवं OMR शीट लेकर परीक्षा देने के बाद परिसर में एकत्रित हो गए। So the question papers went out. उन्हीं में से एक परीक्षार्थी ने ट्रंक से प्रश्न पत्र का पैकेट लूट लिया और हाथ में लगाते हुए समूह के साथ गेट तोड़कर बाहर निकल गया। परीक्षार्थियों के कई कमरों में जाकर उपस्थित पत्रक आदि पत्रों को क्षतिग्रस्त कर दिया गया। इसके बावजूद उपस्थित दंडाधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल द्वारा स्थिति को नियंत्रित करते हुए शेष परीक्षा को संपन्न कराया गया। सूचना प्राप्त होते ही जिला पदाधिकारी एवं वरीय पुलिस अधीक्षक पटना भी केंद्र पर पहुंचे और स्थिति को नियंत्रित किया, अन्यथा भारी तोड़फोड़ एवं आगजनी की परीक्षा। इसके अतिरिक्त कुछ परीक्षार्थी तोड़फोड़ एवं अन्य प्रकार से व्यवधान उत्पन्न करने पर आतुर थे ताकि किसी तरीके परीक्षा निरस्त हो जाए। अतः जिम्मेवार परीक्षार्थियों एवं उपद्रव के संग ये किया गया। Now, my lord, if your lordship will kindly see at page 638, 633, sorry, 633. This is the resolution passed by the BPSC.
The examination in all the centers started at
11, 12.
12 for every center.
For every center.
And the duration of the examination was
2 hours.
2 hours.
Till 2 o'clock.
So if there is some disturbance in this particular center where most candidates were writing the exams, and if the question papers are leaked from there, how does it reach the examinees in the other centers?
They sent it by both WhatsApp messages. In fact, it was all over social media.
In the examination hall, are they allowed with the mobile phone?
They say, my lord, that jammers are installed. But fact of the matter is that students actually complained that there were no jammers. In fact, my lord,
there may not be jammers, but are they permitted to enter the hall
Without mobile, they cannot carry mobile.
Officially no.
Officially no.
Officially no.
Officially no. So therefore,
Officially no.
we will have to presume that mobiles were not allowed. So
Officially.
even if from center B, the question papers were leaked, how could it reach the examiners?
Like, my lord, actually what has happened is this, that I would think, my lord, that it was essential for BPSC to have conducted an investigation as to what was the effect of this paper leak, my lord, on the other center. Where is, my lord, that consideration? That consideration is missing.
So,
Now for them to...
there has been a paper leak, doesn't lead to the conclusion that the examinees also got access to
Yes.
the answers required to be written.
Yes, my lord.
Unless there is some specific proof, how should we?
My lord, we have made complaints about
what is
it.
the proof?
We made complaints
What
about
is the proof? We could have understood if in some other center the examination starts at 2 o'clock with the same set of question papers.
Yes,
We could have understood.
Yeah.
But some other center, the examination starts at 2 o'clock with the same set of question papers.
Yes,
We could have understood.
Yeah.
But it's a 2-hour duration exam. Now the incident started after the question papers were distributed, right? It must have taken some time, 25-30 minutes time. Thereafter it must have been leaked. By the time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Look, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is 2 p.m.
Look, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is some evidence to the effect that the answers reach the examinees in the other center. So how do you prove that?
So two things.
Now for them
Because
to.
there has been a paper leak, doesn't lead to the conclusion that the examinees also got access to
Yes.
know the answers
Yeah.
were to be written.
Yes, Lord.
Unless there is some specific proof, how should we?
Lord, we have made
What is
complaints about
the
it.
proof?
We made complaints
What
about
is the proof? We could have understood if in some other center the examination starts at 2 o'clock with the same set of question papers.
Yes, yes,
We could have understood.
Yeah.
But it's a 2-hour duration exam. Now the incident started after the question papers were distributed, right? Must have taken some time, 25-30 minutes time. Thereafter it must have been leaked. By the time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Lord, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is some evidence. Thereafter, it must have been leaked. By the time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Lord, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is some evidence to the effect that the answers reach the examinees in the other centers. How do you prove that?
The two things. Roughly at about after the papers were distributed, 12:31, on Twitter, Telegram, and WhatsApp, the papers are circulating widely. So those photographs of that circulation we have filed in our
Circulation by Mr. Gonzalez.
Second,
How does it
what is it? We are showing that we have videos taken from inside the examination, all while the examination. Students moving, students talking, students discussing at each other's tables.
Cheating.
Widespread. So we got a load of some videos from.
Was it produced before the High Court?
Yes.
Was it
Produced.
Yes.
You have to show from the High Court judgment,
I'll get that.
or you have to say from the pleadings.
No, is it produced? I would like to take this. It's reduced here, yes.
No, here. The High Court.
It came from videos from which center? The concerned center? Because sometimes
The person who was responsible for doing the exam, the DM and the examination center in charge, are now put in charge of the investigation. The same. How would you get the truth of this?
Investigation that can be.
Yes.
Lord, the video clips are actually the High Court also takes note of it.
Where is that?
Okay. All right.
Lord, my instructions are it was given with the written submissions at that.
Sir, if you come to page 71, 103, Roman 7, the evidence offered by the petitioners for mass scale malpractice and paper leak are only Facebook and X Twitter post the examination. This is what was produced.
But actually, there were a number of writ applications, and we said that there were videos produced.
No, but these are findings on facts. What was produced before the court. You cannot overlook this.
Thus, these clips will have to be shown to the people in charge of the other examination halls. Not of this examination center, the other examination center.
And for this examination center, it was cancelled.
Yes.
My lord, the instruction is
But just 1 minute, can I have senior advocate? Pass on the instructions to the senior advocate.
I don't know about this exam.
Separate matter?
No, connected with them.
Connected matter, but separate matter. Yes. Very good. Please, yes. Yes, Madam Prakash and Mr. Gonzalez, show us where is this video that you are talking about?
Yeah.
It is produced before the High Court.
I have a different point in a different petition. What's that done?
Pertaining to the same examination.
Yes, these three are together.
Yeah, that it was given to them. It was given to
Why you put
But I'm also for the repeat.
another petition?
Yes.
My lord, in my
My lord,
matter, the video one, it is item number 46 here.
Show us from the judgment.
In
In
Anand,
judgment, my lord, actually, in judgment, that has not been considered, my lord. That has not been.
Very well. You find out from your petition where have you pleaded that it will be producing this particular video. Just find out.
Anand
Yes.
legal, it is there without at page 112.
Because
the
Anand,
petition.
Anand legal.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Page
My lord,
112.
in my matter, it is 46.
In your matter only, I am saying page 112. So we see. So we are.
My lord, can I assist in my, because my matter is
Acha, Anand legal page 112.
No, my lord.
What is
In Anand legal act forum trust, the page is given in forum trust. This is a trust matter. So it's a trust, that is there.
This is motivated by the this coaching centers.
No,
There's some public interest litigation. Some public interest litigation.
No, my lord, I am,
This is
independent.
this is put on step.
what is
It
the
is a-
coaching centers? What is the trust doing and did you sit in the exam? Are
No,
you-
my lord.
What is this? So here when people are who are participating in the exam are there, why should we hear you?
Because my lord, I have already before this.
All sorts of vested interest.
No, my lord, there is no vested interest, my lord, because firstly I went before this.
We can understand that for circumstances beyond the control of the public at large, we cannot move. And on their behalf, you are responsible for their cause.
Yes, my lord.
But here the aggrieved examinees are parties for the High Court. Why should we hear the task?
Before that, I moved before this one.
No. Yeah, locus standi is a normal principle. You must have the locus standi to come to court. You only relax it when the person is incapable of coming to the court. It is meant for the underprivileged. Yes, it is not meant for those who are capable of coming to the court. And so many people have come to the court. Galaxy of lawyers here. There do think there is dearth of representation.
No,
Then why should we entertain a person who does not have any locus standi?
I just want to make
No, you see, the standing doctrine is that normally it should not be relaxed. That's the settled law. It's not some meddlesome interlopable drop and no at a drop of a hand. Who are you? See, we have grave suspicion about you.
No, my lord, I am.
See, all sorts of coaching centers are all behind it.
Spinner, we are doing.
When the people who are sitting in the exam are here before you, why should we hear a trust?
That page 60.
You have a better right than them.
Paragraph.
What? You have a better right than them. Relaxed standing doctrine of locus standi. It's normally not to be relaxed unless and until it's an underprivileged, someone from jail who doesn't have the means to approach this court. This has become an industry, the public interest litigation.
The page 16 and paragraph 5, if your lordship will find.
Page 16 and paragraph 5 of what?
By way, that's a judgment. He tuned up.
Page 16 paragraph 5.
By way of interrogatory application 2 of 25, the petitioner in the PIS sought permission to bring on record additional documents and video clips in pen drives. The necessary directions issued by the commission were also brought on record to suggest that none of the important advisories, such as like opening of question papers, etc. What has been brought on record are various messages. Some of the students charged that there was a leak of question papers around 1 p.m. in the day, which was circulated through mobile phones, and at one of the centers, answers to the question were being announced from outside on loudspeakers. So this was the effect of the paper leak.
Huh? That center, it is only said one of the centers.
One of the centers.
One of the centers. Where is this center?
concerned center where exam was cancelled.
Concerned center where exam was.
Cancelled.
Yeah, that is in there.
Very good. Where is application number 2 of 25? Where is application number 2 of 25? What is it saying there?
Yeah, that is not
That's in the PR.
Whoever it is, if you are referring to this is not your document, madam. Therefore, you can't rely.
One minute.
You can't rely on it. If you don't have application number 2 of 2020.
I was only looking to assist your lordship. Your lordship asked
But
me
this is not
whether
the-
there was
This is not the way.
I could.
This is
So
not.
this is the answer to it, that there was a video clip which is being produced before the High Court.
Huh.
Now we don't.
First comes whether it was there. Second comes the point of authenticity. How much can we rely on such a thing? And what is the statement that is made in the basic pleading?
Let the
That is IA. What, as he said anything about the particular center, one of the center, what is that one of the center?
But we could produce that earlier
Madam,
also.
are
but
the-
the lordship.
Madam, are the examinations held in a public garden that you can hear a loudspeaker? We have all been examinees. We normally sit in an examination center.
But,
It's normally in a school.
I'm so
Not
sorry.
enter.
I'm so sorry, Vinod, but ground reality is completely something else.
So please show us then that center. Please show us that center is open.
That
You can
center.
hear the loudspeaker.
We
Please show
may
us
not
that
be aware of what is happening in one particular state.
Show us that.
We will not,
Show us
cannot
that center.
import our own knowledge there.
Show us that name of that
But
center.
show us what is the pleading there.
Yes.
But we could show that we could bring it on record.
No, you show us. IA.
Right now, all that I wanted to show was that actually your lord's query fell as to whether these documents have been, video clips have been put in because we did
Show it to us. It can't be some incidents. You have to show us the video clip. You have to show us the name of the center, where it was done, who was impacted. Anything can be invented. Madam, today in digital world, anything can be invented. You know that. Today you cannot believe what you are seeing, what you are hearing. We see that on a daily basis. See, you are not supposed to believe what you are hearing and what you are seeing.
I wish.
But that's a fact. Madam, please understand. That's a fact. It's a very serious matter.
Yes,
Even this application does not seem to have been allowed.
Please file it if you have it. File it.
we file it. We bring it on record.
Bring it on record.
There's no doubt about it. Now the one thing that I wanted to show, Milord, if your lordship will kindly see, wait 1 minute. Milord, what was the core issue before Milord the High Court? If your lordship will kindly turn, Milord, to page 14. Or even 16, Milord, paragraph 4 on it. Now this is, Milord, instructs the which was the matter. And adverting to the unfairness in the holding of examination, the petitioner whose focus has seriously been challenged has pointed out that the commission had issued notification such and such, such and such. So this is what they say, Milord. Now that is also there, IA. There's no doubt about it, Milord. Where we are concerned, we have said, Milord, paragraph 7, our rate in CWJC number 3.
Madam, this is Apu Kumar's petition.
Please
Show us from your petition what are these. First, let us see your
Notification volume is in the IAM.
All the petitioners were asked to appear from the same center.
Not in the same center. They were in other center.
Let us see the petition. Let us see the.
We are from different centers.
You are from different centers. So let us see what were the pleadings.
Yes.
Whether you have identified in which center what happened.
In the IAM alert, if your lordship will kindly see. Now what?
Let us go to the petition. Why IA?
No,
First,
this IA. The big
let us see Apu Kumar's petition
the IA.
starting at 19. First, let us see if there is any foundation or not. 19.
Yes.
Paragraph 19, page 19, it starts. Where are the elements?
Yes. That it is stated that
Preliminary examination was conducted on 13, para 6.
6. 912 centers across the state of Bihar during the examination at such and such commotion ensued that the question paper had been leaked. Several candidates were not given the question papers. This was also a serious thing which the DM noted.
See, this is pertinent to Bapu. Now.
But several such other issues in the conduct of the examination. At the center, approximately 1,200 candidates were present, of which several candidates staged a walkout and such and such. So we are talking about some of the candidates from the center reached to the office of the commission with the question papers that were unseen and indicative of the fact that the question papers had been already been
So
in.
these are all students or examinees who were assigned Bapu Pariksha Center.
This
Right.
is about that. Yes.
Right. Now come to para 7.
Paragraph.
Paragraph 7 also Bapu.
Yes. Paragraph.
Several irregularities in conduct of preliminary examination at Bapu.
Yes. After this,
Now, number 8. Now let us see. Not only confined to Bapu, but also impacted 28 different centers. Very well. 28 centers. You give the names of 18 centers out of 28.
yes. A detailed.
Now what happened there? Let us see.
Yes. In 1 minute, no proper checking 10 minutes before question paper was given and it was collected 8 minutes late. So there was no proper checking in Muzaffarpur. In Sivan Milad, in room number 112, question papers.
This was the last column. It has nothing to do with that Bapu or leaking. Some other
Other centers.
no, other center and others of irregularity according to them. No proper checking. Room number 112 question paper seal was
This is
broken.
our allegation.
Right.
It has nothing to do with Bapu getting leaked.
We're not concerned with
Well, right. Madam, in Patna High Court, it's not an affidavit in support of the verification required. There is the verification of beliefs.
That's not been.
How does this deponent know what happened in Muzaffar? We would like to see how has he verified.
These were official complaints given to Milad to the helpline.
We would like to know how has he come to know if he is sitting in Muzaffarpur center. How does he know what has happened in Siwan center?
That is because the other candidates said.
That has to be said in the Girat portion that I have derived knowledge from this. Whether that was done or not, let us see. Where is the affidavit? That page is missing.
It's not in our petition also. It's not there across any of our petitions. I'll be honest.
I, Mr. Gopal.
Yes.
Has to be there.
No, it should be right. Absolutely.
And
It has to be there.
Step by step. It's just 2 pages here.
Patna follows the Calcutta High Court model. Once in a matter before Justice S.B. Sinha, my client was bound to win. But I also knew and court also knew that he's a crook. So what to do? Justice Sinha was just trying to find out ways and means so that the petition can be dismissed. Lastly, he went to the affidavit portion. Mr. Dart, your client dismissed.
Don't say that I should think that the right down. Yeah.
We have not said that. This is just an experience that, there was Justice Sinha coming from High Court of Patna. Therefore, the feelings have to be properly verified.
I know.
But it is not there. So how do we take it that this has been properly verified and this is something which the court should accept?
1 minute, may your lordship not consider.
We've given
We'll
affidavits.
give it to you.
No, our SLPs are supported by affidavits saying
Yes, we will go to the basic documents. How?
That of course.
About 20 people have joined in one petition. That is why I asked whether it is from one center. Once Madam says they are from different centers, how would one examinee know what is happening in the other?
These are
He can be told by somebody who has, but for that particular has to be given. In such a matter, we would be asking for, we would be insisting for these formalities to be complied with. Such serious allegations you are raising without laying the proper foundation is not allowed.
lordship will consider one thing, that these complaints were.
Very well, let them go ahead with the examination. If you succeed, you succeed. You file proper documents.
there are some
1 minute.
It's
1
something
minute.
else.
1 minute. There is one thing that your lordship will kindly consider if it appeals to your lordship, well and good. If it does not, Now here what has happened is, my lord, undoubtedly BPSC is supposed to hold the examination and supposed to hold it, professionally, ethically, in all fairness. Now, how has the BPSC got proceeded? What has happened, my lord, on 3/9/24? The timeline is important. BPSC issued an advertisement inviting. Then 9/12/24, my lord, a detailed SOP was issued. On 13/12/24, examinations, my lord, were conducted in 912 centers, as also BPP. Then there was large scale, my lord, bungling or whatever, my lord, there was a ruckus there. On 14/12/24, the senior deputy collector submitted a report to the DM about regarding the failure of law and order at BPC centers on 13/12/24. Now, my lord, here there was a definite allegation of paper leak. Now, on 15th, my lord, what happened was that BPSC, my lord, holds a decision, if your lordship will kindly see, at annexure P level. For a second volume. Just 1 minute, my lord. First page, if your lordship will kindly see, at page 633. That in the first paragraph itself, it says what is the issue, etc., etc. Then in the second paragraph, जिलाधिकारी पटना द्वारा ऐसे को सूचित किए जाने के बाद आयोग कार्यालय द्वारा परीक्षा केंद्र को विस्तृत प्रतिवेदन समर्पित करने का अनुरोध किया गया. Now, which is the center that they are asking for, my lord? This is BPP, my lord. जिससे प्रत्युत्तर में उनके द्वारा 15/12/24 को विस्तृत प्रतिवेदन समर्पित किया गया. उक्त समर्पित प्रतिवेदन में प्रश्न पत्र वितरण से 10-15 मिनट विलंब होने के बाद बताई गई. साथ ही केंद्र अधीक्षक एवं सचिव से धैर्यपूर्वक एक बार परीक्षा में लेने हेतु अनुरोध किए जाने एवं विलंब के लिए अतिरिक्त समय दिए जाने की बात कहने के बावजूद भी कुछ अभ्यर्थी तथा द्वारा प्रश्न पत्र को TES बैग पूर्व से ही फटे होने की बात कहकर प्रश्न पत्र लीक होने के संबंधी अफवाह फैलाए जाने के कारण अन्य अभ्यर्थियों द्वारा परीक्षा में सचेत. So, my lord, this was the issue that the DM reported, my lord, that this was the paper leak, etc. No, if you're not
Rumor.
Yes, rumor. No. 1 minute, please. I know. You will also have your turn, please. So, what has happened is that the DM has said there was a rumor about paper leak. If I'm an authority, what am I supposed to do, my lord? What is my responsibility? Now, if your lordship will kindly turn to the next page and look at the way it is being dealt, my lord, at page 634. उपर्युक्त वर्णित तथ्यों जिलाधिकारी पटना द्वारा समर्पित प्रतिवेदन द्वारा आयोग स्तर पर की गई समीक्षा के क्रम में निम्नलिखित स्थिति उभरती है. प्रश्नगत बापू परीक्षा सचन सेट CCTV की व्यवस्था बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति द्वारा की गई थी. केंद्र पर मजदूर आदि व्यवस्था की जिम्मेवारी BSCB की थी. वी आर नॉट कंसर्न विद दैट. जिला पदाधिकारी द्वारा दिए गए रिपोर्ट बापू परीक्षा परिसर में लगे CCTV कैमरा की फुटेज अधीक्षक सचन से हुए विमर्श इत्यादि से स्पष्ट होता है कि बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति द्वारा उक्त केंद्र पर पर्याप्त मानव संसाधन शिक्षक बक्सा पहुंचाने के लिए मजदूर इत्यादि की कमी थी, जिसके कारण सभी कक्ष में समय पर प्रश्न पत्र के बक्से पहुंचाने में विलंब हुआ और कुछ परीक्षार्थियों को उपद्रव करने का बहाना मिला। ऐसा केंद्र द्वारा 12,000 की संख्या में परीक्षार्थियों की परीक्षा दी जानी थी। उस केंद्र पर बिहार BSEB द्वारा परीक्षा आयोजन की आवश्यक अग्रिम तैयारियां एवं रिहर्सल किया जाना था, लेकिन इस संबंध में BSEB के पदाधिकारियों द्वारा गंभीर प्रश्न की चूक हुई है। Now, who's responsible for this?
This is in that Bapu.
That's all.
Yes.
Everything is in Bapu.
Yes.
Therefore, it was cancelled and therefore they have taken remedial action.
1 minute. Now, paragraph उसके बाद देखिए 3। ये हैरानी की बात है, BPSC itself से ये हैरानी की बात है कि उक्त केंद्र से 10 स्टील ट्रंक जो पूरी तरह सुरक्षित एवं सील के और के लिए खोला तक नहीं गया था, वो भी दिनांक 13/12/24 की सच एंड सच कार्यालय में वापस किया गया। So there were unsealed boxes also there. First, say Bapu, now all the time.
I think you just said they were not open.
They were not even open.
So they are not unsealed. They are sealed.
There was
Excuse the expression unsealed.
some of them when they came for distribution, since there were various rooms that have not enough staff. So what
that's what
happened was that unsealed papers they went. And in some boxes, without the students were not even given question paper.
Correct.
So all this happened in DPP. Now it's
Happening while the distribution of
at
paper
point
is
five.
taking place.
What I'm driving at is this. At point 5, if your lordship will kindly see,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
5. एकाकृत 70वीं सचल परीक्षा के 912 केंद्रों पर आयोजित की गई थी, जिसमें बापू परीक्षा परिसर को छोड़कर राज्य के शेष 911 केंद्रों की परीक्षा शांतिपूर्ण रूप से एवं बिना किसी घटना के पूर्ण होने की सूचना केंद्र दीक्षियों द्वारा दी गई है। But there is no such report.
They are saying so it's peaceful.
No, there is no such report. That's what I'm saying.
File an RTI or anything? Did you get a response from there?
There is
There are-
no, this not. They have tried to substantiate when we filed a writ application, my lord, and then in the counter affidavit they have said this, and that is
No, it's a counter affidavit. What have you said?
that is of February now. Those reports are much later.
But then they must have checked up verbally on the phone or
That has to be there, my lord. That if what I'm trying
let
to
us
say is,
report the same day.
that what I'm trying to say is, here is the BPSC board, my lord, which we are thinking is a very sacrosanct body. Now, what is this sacrosanct body?
Reports in all magnitude and level.
If there are allegations that there was a paper leak and it could have affected the others. If I was holding the examination, I would see what is the effect of it in the other center. So you assume.
You're right, absolutely. The only difficulty seems to be over here is that even apparently the examination paper seems to have leaked out after the exam had commenced. So see, people had already entered the center. They are already sitting there.
How do we know this?
No, that is your case.
No, what
It's
is
your case.
Madam, if you don't know it,
no,
Then
sufficient ground for dismissing the SLP.
no, what I said. Oh, look, your lordship will consider what I don't do is.
Madam, you file a better affidavit. File a better affidavit.
No.
Please, first of all, see, you are saying that they did not verify. That's your ipsy-dixy. You must have written or filed an RTI application, taken a report, whether you have received reports from 911 centers or not. Please, if you on record, place that affidavit of yours in support of the writ petition. Please place on record that you're talking about these what do you call those loudspeakers being used. Where, which center? Please tell us. We will ask them. They will tell us. We'll examine it. Right?
That your lordship will consider.
Must be thoroughly done.
Will your lordship will kindly consider one thing?
Not much more aspect. One aspect really very. Let her finish. Only a minute. Something important regarding loudspeaker. But we always prepare 4 sets of question papers. They are jumbled. So in one center,
I will have question paper number 1, he may have question paper number 3, he may have question number 4. So it's impossible for everybody to do it on a loudspeaker.
Yes,
It's not that, perhaps, I may be wrong. The questions are same.
Yeah. Questions are set. Jumble.
There is 4 sets.
Jumble.
And the questions are set in different manner so that
Jumble.
if one center one, question 1 has
it's a,
C as the answer,
Correct.
it will be D in the other center.
Exactly.
Like that. It's not possible. If that be the case, that is more damaging for you.
no. But the point is that if they are
No. It cannot be, madam. It cannot be, because if the question papers have been leaked from center, Babuji center, right? They need to have 4
sets,
sets, and thereafter to declare in the course of a lecture, on speaker, particular set of paper, question 1 will be, this is something.
all mark sheets, Milord, you can actually kindly consider. You just have to just tick mark. That's
Not that simple.
It's not enough. It's not something.
It's not that simple, because question number 1 maybe what is the capital of India, and question number 1 in another set could be a question from biology.
One replies are
But the question,
Replies are jumbled.
question was saying the numbering would change.
We are giving, without even hearing Mr. Mandalwitz and Mr. Gopal, just one thing. Somebody said about the video clip, and we are giving you one lifeline. Take your best now.
Yes.
If we are finally satisfied with mathematics, otherwise we go.
I will send instruction, the video clip is of Babu Center.
That you will try to find out, because in the video clip, it does not appear that either it is Bapu or Netaji. Gosh, we don't know which center it is.
I'm concerned with this video clip argument, the Supreme. Please on.
Let us see what is the video. Please give it to.
I haven't seen this video clip.
One party was very vociferous. You.
Video clip, I saw it.
Let us see.
Yes.
Whether we can identify the examination center from there.
Then say which is that examination.
Then you read. Mr. Solicitor, nothing appears from the video. Neither Bapuji, nor Netaji, nor Swamiji. Goes.
I know. Yes. And Lord, after you see this,
So that everyone can see this.
after you see this, Lord, I want to argue the point.
Let us.
Yeah, first this. Tell him where to go.
He's not.
Yes, next.
Next.
This proves nothing.
Please read 2.21.
Yes.
Just pick out the best one. No third opportunity.
2.21.
Or 5. Or 5 is it? Who is this one?
Sitting after the exam is over.
Which center is this, Mr.
Which center? Ram
We
Krishna.
don't know. Which center is this?
Ram Krishna.
We cannot take it like this. Has to be there, bearing from the video.
Go to one with the
Yes, what point?
against cheating.
Return it.
A little patient. 2 minutes only.
Yes, yes.
We'll show you the.
Which one?
Yes. Anything else you want to show? That's it?
That's it?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, my lord, I want to make my argument that from the coaching center mock papers, coaching center mock papers, in the impugned order itself, these are the papers they give their students while training them. 24 questions came identically from
From
coaching
two centers we have seen.
from two centers. Can I show you that, please? This is very important. That comes in the impugned order. Go to page 13. And then I'll give you, my lord, the actual question papers and the actual answer.
Which item are you doing?
Page 13 also.
This is Papu Kumar.
This is Prashant Kumar.
39. What is
Prashant Kumar.
Right. Which is you want us to turn to your paper book or you're handing over some?
55.
Are you turning to your paper book or you're referring to some initial paper book?
No, I'm referring, my lord, to the paper book. That is SLP. It is 1, 2. 45.
I think 45. Prashant Kumar.
Yes.
Page
First page 13.
13.
Internal para.
Yes. Page 13, internal paragraph 4. Now, these are the observations in the impugned order. Bottom of the page, below page 13. Prior to the scheduled date of examination on 13/12,
Page 13.
yes, bottom, last 10 lines. Prior to the scheduled date. Lordship has that?
Yes, back
Yes.
to the schedule.
Prior to the scheduled date of examination on so-and-so, the Commission curiously had invited the private coaching centers of Patna for a meeting on Thursday. The allegation is that perhaps these coaching centers were asked for question banks, which charge gets substantiated because many questions in the booklets, that's the coaching center booklets, tallied with the model questions prepared, that is the model centers prepared by the coaching centers and circulated among. In fact, statistically speaking, 24 questions were taken out of Khan Global Studies straight away, and I'll show you those. And 22 questions were taken from Uttar. This is very significant. Out of 150 questions, you have this is about 30% of your answer paper. Hence, the level of the standard, etc. Yes, Lord. Now see the packet I gave you.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
suppose we are holding a judicial service examination
Yes,
for basic post.
yes,
Let us take it for the post of peon.
yes.
And the question comes, who is the Chief Justice of India?
Yes, open place.
Huh?
I can't make the argument there.
Then
Yes, but now look at this. Look at the coaching center papers and look at what is coming.
But see, Mr. Gonzalez,
Look at
in any competitive exam, you find a large number of books are published
Yes,
which have model question paper,
yes,
right?
yes.
And if you sit in any exam, competitive exam, you'll find at least 30 to 40% of the question papers come from that big booklet of theirs. That booklet may have a few thousand questions. The Shan papers may have circulated tens of questions paper, model question paper, not just one. Mock papers are not just one. There are hundreds of them which are floating around in the market.
This was for this exam.
Really, they don't
Not
just
Yeah.
common exam, even for the lawyers exam, whatever we have for our district judges and all,
Yes.
many district judges write to the High Court saying, please allow us to publish a book which has all the model questions. Because
we
normally
had
it's a set bank. It's a set question bank. You can't invent a question.
Now look at this.
But we had appointed at this committee of 12 experts to go into this. They found that out of 24, 2 questions were same. Remaining questions were same. Because question will have to be from the curriculum, but in a different language. So if somebody says what is res judicata, the
So
question
verbatim is only 2. Verbatim only 2.
only.
Now look at this.
Insignificant. How many questions were there? 100.
150.
150. Out of 150, solicitor says only 2 questions. The questions were verbatim the same.
What
All
is the
percent, then I'll give you lordship 30 questions. Just see the page, my lord. Comma here, a little change here. Just look at the striking similarity. And if it satisfies your conscience, then you see. Now look at the
Which page?
this is one of the
No, page. Yes, we are looking at this.
Yes, go. The first, what page number is this?
There is no definition. You have to go by the question number.
Yes, go 112. 102.
102.
On the top left hand side, 102.
102, yes.
Yes, Lord. Now go to the right hand side. That's the coaching class. Dr. Sri Harminder Sahib Gurdwara is located in which of the following districts? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the question
It's a very common question for people in Bihar.
sir, if 30 questions, almost like
You've been a product of Campus Law Center, Delhi. No. Let me tell you an interesting story. Outside the Campus Law Center, there used to be a person, an old man, who used to sit with a trunk, and he would sell what we would popularly call as dukis. Right? No one would go to the class, everyone would go and buy a duki just 2 days before the exam. And that used to be something like this, right? And most of the students who have graduated as lawyers have studied from dukis, right? And the strike rate was something like 90%. One day an examiner, a smart examiner said, I will come to know who's studying for the dukis.
yes,
So he prepared a question paper where the answers in the duki were wrong.
yes,
And everyone got it wrong. Can you believe it?
yes.
So-
There was a booklet, 70-page booklet, Pariksha.
Every Campus Law Center
LLB first year.
Camera also, we are now Bharat.
and while you were arguing, I should see the line it's nodding behind.
Number of simple observations of the High Court. Page
No, but
65.
Mr. Gonzalez, you have brought to our notice 112. Now just leave aside the language. You know,
The left-hand side one of the question.
you know, if this was a shrine in Bihar, if this is a shrine in Bihar,
Yes.
the question will of course come. If this examination is held in Bengal, and if the question is where is Kalighat Mandir, do you think that it is taken from the question bank of
But
the...
look at this, look at the one by one, all those identical questions coming straight from this.
But certainly the bank is limited.
Almost identical. Now, my lord, go to page 65.
65.
Yes, see the observations of the court. Because the coaching centers were called.
So that we have seen.
But no, this
That
one.
we have seen.
Only this one. Paragraph 90, page 63. Paragraph 90 to 93. It appears
I
that
do not know the reasons. It would have been desirable if the coaching classes were not involved. Not involved, but having regard to
the
whatever
coaching
is there.
classes are involved. Then papers become the
Yes, Mr. Gopal.
last one, last argument.
Yes.
Page J
Day of the synopsis.
of the synopsis. Yes, sir.
Which is yes.
Yes. Whether normalization had to be done in the present instance. Go to just 2 lines on page K. Success percentage of the candidates.
Mr. Gonzalez is an OMR. This is a question of normalization. Normalization
Yes,
primarily is resorted to when there are subjective questions. And the one examinee's question answer booklet goes to a very strict examiner, the other goes to a very liberal examiner.
yes,
So therefore there is a wide disparity in
Yes.
marks. One getting 80, the other getting 40.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Across the board.
Yes.
Whoever is going to Mr. B gets 40,
Yes.
in the range of 40-50, then they get 70.
yes, sir.
Then the question of normalization comes. But in an OMR, when there is a multiple objective test, and you have to only shade the... There is the question of normalization.
Would you bear with me for 2 minutes? Look at item number 3. Success percentage is 19% in the second exam, This is the balancing. Normalization is the balancing of equities. Now look at this. 19.6% is the success rate. Got that to look?
Yes.
Now turn the page and look at the first exam. Okay. Clause 7. Success percentage. 6%. How can it be that you have exams? I understand you have different questions.
Just clarify. It's a re-exam versus the
This is the re-exam.
Is that ground? We have to trust
What
the
we normalize.
Public Service Commission. It's a constitutional authority.
Like this one. One exam 6% pass.
And
And the second exam,
that's
300% go high.
That is no ground for.
6% as opposed to 19%. Normalization now.
It could be that they got around 3 weeks more time to prepare
Also,
themselves.
That's the reason why you have to do normalization or provide for it.
Normalization in an OMR. Show us one authority that OMR normalization is possible. Just look at Justice Ravindra's judgment.
We need to clarify. In that one center where they had the re-exam, a separate new paper.
Yes.
Now that was also an OMR.
That
In
was
that
actual
OMR, the pass percentage is double.
Therefore, he could only raise the plea that the questions were easier than the earlier one.
But that normalization should take.
We cannot is that
So, but the people who cheated and who created that ruckus, they are at a disadvantage now.
we don't know.
We are disadvantaged, but they are advantaged.
No one is one. Anyway, see, the problem today is, no, just examine from a different perspective. Right. And today, you sit in this court and you realize that the examinations are not concluding. You sit today, madam, today we have, I think, an item where 2014 examination is challenged of the UP police. Each and every examination is getting challenged. No examination is reaching its conclusion. No recruitment is taking place. Everyone is playing on insecurities of each other, trying to just throw a doubt in anyone's mind. One question is wrong, one question is right. Ma'am, please understand, even the examiner standards is not very high. The examiner standards is not very high, unfortunately. And our system is not so full. No examination is concluding today.
Because the
Even it's very unfortunate. It is very
what
unfortunate.
I am saying is that this is the system.
Very unfortunate. Yes, you are right. It is right. But madam, what is happening is we are playing on each other's insecurities, suspecting everyone of foul play.
Not really
No,
suspecting.
I'm just saying. No.
It's the above board, madam.
They need to be, but please understand their caliber. Today, the problem in this country
You are
is
being above board. I don't think any caliber.
no caliber meaning inefficiency is a little more than you suspect. Inefficiency is a little more than you suspect. See, you've had a lot of experience. You would understand. There's lot more inefficiency, lot more things than we.
No, there is no willingness to do good work.
That is also
That's
right.
the problem.
You're spot on.
No matter which of
Yes. Actually, no one is willing to lift the level of debate as we see. You're right. That extent, you're right. You have a point.
Yes, Mr. Gopal, wind up.
It's 3. So your petition is, it's number 50. It's Papu Kumar.
You're again Papu Kumar.
I'm only Papu Kumar.
No, Papu Kumar is
Papu Kumar was there. 43.
I'm 50. 43. How much study class?
So not in installments.
You're appearing the same matter or different matter? They could do Papu Kumar.
It's not coming well, madam. From born out from the facts or instructions.
Then I don't think it's appropriate for me to make
Dismissed.
No, I think it's
Grateful. Okay.
82 copies. Your examination matter, sir.
Hello, this item number 46. May I submit? In item number 46.
Sorry. Same matter?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Very important.
You have no locus standi.
Item
You have no locus standi.
Hello, the lotus is like a.
Sorry.
Totally wrong. This is what is happening. Lot of vested interests are coming into litigation. And that is not permissible. When the examinees are there, why should we
entertain your petition?
They are represented by the best of the best.
One not.
Sorry, please. We impose cost on you. See, The I want to say much like this, but delegation should not be resorted to in this manner. Direction has been given by this honorable court here.
We are correct.
Yes, we have.
Sorry, were you referred to video clips? We have seen the video clips. Yes, next matter.
Item 48.
Yes, 48.
In this matter, the Honorable High Court has issued a blanket stay against the transfer order.